to draw an old school ship. Now it's going to be very classic, and it's going to be done on the iPad Pro in Procreate. You can use a normal paper with pens, markers, paints, whatever you want. So on this, I'm going to do it in 4 layers. So we're going to have sketching, line work, shading, colour. So as usual, sketch, then we go downwards from line work, shading and colour. So I'm going to start off with sketching tool. I'm going to use technical pencil, and I'm going to use a darker red. Right, so here we go. So start with bringing a nice sort of like line across at the top. Don't have it dead straight, you want it to be a little bit of an angle, you want it to be a little bit off. Bring this line down, coming out the other way. So this one kind of goes this direction, this one goes this direction. And once you get to about here, draw the same line sort of across, so you've got roughly the same sort of position. So same direction as this line, just it, upside down. So you kind of have this kind of sort of like coffin kind of shape. And on the side here now, we're going to bring a line outwards, line down, another line outwards, another line down, like so. And now here at the bottom, so pretty much, you know, leave a little bit of space on this line, so you want to be a little bit of distance just here. We're going to bring this line across and curve it back, so you have this kind of bend. And you want it to come roughly about here, so if you sort of sketch a line coming down from that top bit around there, that's where you roughly want it to hit. Bring another line just down the side a little bit, curve that line down there, curve a line off the middle bit, line down this way. I'm just going through little curve bits now at the bottom. I'll do this bit in more detail as we go, just to sort of show them where the water goes, just so you get a better idea of what I'm drawing. Now coming off at this point, you want to bring a line up, and you blind down. You're basically making like a nice kind of pole. And we're going to have this flag bits coming off, so if you bring in a line across here, a line across there, and then you want to get these triangle shapes, so bring a line coming down, coming across, line down, line across. You can do more than that if you want. I like to do 2. 2 is my usual kind of get to go number. And now I'm going to work out how many cells I want now. So I'm going to have one line here, one line here, one line there, one line there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. And I'm going to repeat the lines just a little bit lower on this part. So if the line's here, I want this line to be just a bit lower just there. And same again on this side, just a little bit lower. Like so. Going to bring this line up, coming up sort of the centre part of this one. Coming at the top, mainly for the flagpole at the top. Another 2 little lines just at the back, just there. At the bottom of this part here, I'm just going to do a circle. We're going to do a flower, I think, here. Old school flower. Do 2 curves come back. Just get rough positions. You know, we're going to have some leaf bits coming off the edge here, I think. And then 2 curved lines just coming out either side. And then around the outside, just keep sketching circles very lightly. I'm going to have this cloud effect coming around the outside, I think. Very classic, traditional. Now, top of the flagpole, I'm going to put a flag, so it's going to make a little curved line coming back and coming up like that. I might put a little line just coming through there, and one just on that second one just there. So now we've got the basic structure. We're going to come in a bit more detailing now. So I'm going to start off with the cells. So each one of these lines I'm going to bring across, zoom in a bit so you can see. And I'm going to bring each line out a bit further than what these lines are here. You know, I want this little like detail part, so I'm going to create a curve now, coming from that corner bit to there. Corner bit to there. And then I'm going to create this curve at the bottom, like so. So it's going to curve, but the main part of the curve is going to be more on this side. You know, you don't want to be centre, so you don't want this like perfect sort of centre sort of circle line. You know, because the wind's kind of blowing here, you want it a little bit more to that side. I'm going to do the same thing for each one of these, just get them progressively bigger as we go. connecting up, and that little line just going a bit further than the cell goes. Now it's a nice little detail I like the line just to come a little bit further. So just keep sketching these in until we get to this bottom one, and it's going to go the other direction now. So we're going to create this curve here, and I like to create this curve a bit more dramatic than the other ones. So the same sort of like bend, more on this side, but a little bit more exaggerated than I do the other ones. So we're going to do similar down this side now, so bring those lines out, bring those curves in there, like so. Bring that in. And this last one's going to be pretty similar, except I might drop the amount of cells. Or should I have the same one there? Yeah, I quite like that. I'll do the one cell there. Sometimes on the last set I reduce the amount of cells there are, but I'm not in this case. The one thing I will do, and that's when I get to the bottom bit, I'm going to create 2 semicircles, as if this one's kind of been folded up, like so. And now where we have these triangle ones here, we're going to bring this curve back this way, and make each line just a bit more kind of curvy than we was before. Like so. Like so. Those two can go there. Going to mimic that line we just done here on this part of the boat. Just 2 little V shapes. And a circle around that pole. Bring a secondary line just across that bit, just there for a bit more detail on the boat. And that's it pretty much for the ship. We're going to have some more detailed lines in here. Like I'm going to bring these 1, 2, 3, I think 4 across on each one. So 4 curves in each side of the cells. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just one little one showing on the outside ones. Yeah, I quite like that. And I might have a red stripe just off the edge of each one of these, which I really like to do. Right, now the outside, I want to be very symmetric. So what I'm going to do, just to make this easier on the iPad Pro, you can do this. If it's on paper, just draw it as symmetric as you can. You can always mark it out. So I'm going to put on drawing guide, edit drawing guide, symmetry. See it highlighted down the bottom there? I'm going to put this line directly in the middle of where that flower bit is, because that's the main bit I want symmetric. So I'm going to start off here. In the middle of the flower, I'm doing this circle. And then mark this out, I'm just going to quickly go across, down, across, just so I can get rough even spacing. So I've got a line coming through the middle, 2 lines coming diagonally, that line going up the top. Because I want this to be 6-sided. No, it could be 5-sided, 4-sided. I do all random ones in there. There's no particular sort of reason for it. Now to top it, I'm going to bring a curve in, curve back, and curve down. I'm going to do the same concept for each one of these now. Made this one moment ago. You can do this 4-way to make it a bit more even. Mine's gone a little bit uneven, so I'm just correcting it now to get a bit more length on this bottom bit. That's why we normally sketch out at this point, so we can get it roughly even. Yeah, it's even enough for me. Alright, so I'm going to bring this line out now. I'm going to curve it, and when we get to the edge, like I've seen done a few times, I'm going to curve back the other way. So curve back like so. The same for this one. Curve that way. And it's going to flick this line, going up through the middle bit. On the top, I'm going to do this leafy bit, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 will be the top one just there. Just to give it a bit of structure on the outside. So again here now I'm going to do these cutouts. So I'll start with one in the middle actually. Oh, I didn't sketch it that way, but I like having one base, one at the top. So you can do like a semicircle, and then you come off of that, going around, and I'm going to keep doing this all the way around to the bottom. So yeah, that is the basic structure. Then just where we've done those lines here, I'm going to do, let's turn off the assist now. So I'm going to click here, turn off draw and assist. So it's going to stop being symmetric now because I don't want it to be symmetric anymore. So I'm going to do a line come across here, a little dip, just come across here, another one. So basically creating curved lines coming this way. So just making that water. And then on the inside, I'm just going to do like a little line coming out from each bump in between the gaps. Alright. And that's the basic structure of it. So now I'm going to go into line work, switch up to my black, go inking. I've got a studio pen, I want this fairly thick. Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, I think that'll do. I've got mine on 30 on A4 size. So yeah, now I'm just going to go over absolutely everything we've just done in black liner. So if you're on the paper, just use your pen. If you draw it and hold on the iPad Pro, it straightens it out. Or in Procreate it does. You know, you do it on paper, you could always use a ruler if you want to get it nice and perfect. So just keep putting them up, just literally the exact same thing we was doing for the rest of it. And as you can see here, I keep rotating that. And that's because there's certain angles I find nice and comfortable to do certain kind of lines, especially curves. Now, if you do it on a paper, don't be afraid to turn your paper. If there's a certain angle, you feel like you feel really comfortable doing like a nice curve. Turn your paper that way. When I'm doing my paper, I often have mine upside down, this way, that way, all sorts. It's whatever works. You can see it's starting to take shape now. So that's the basic line work on there. So again, now I'm just going to put on drawing assist. So that's symmetric, so it just speeds this up. It's all come together nicely now. Remember, you don't have to go as fast as I do. I am very aware that I am pretty fast when it comes to drawing, but that is just because of experience. You know, pause, rewind, go as slow as you need to. If it takes you a week, don't worry about it. You know, it's all about having fun and drawing. You know, at the end of the day, speed means nothing. You know, if you draw it super quick and you don't enjoy it, then what's the point? No. Turn off that drawing assist. Now it's going to do those waves we done. So in case you can't see it clearly, so you've got a line curve there and a line dips here. This one sort of bumps up. So where it bumps, we're going to have two curve on the inside, so one there and one there. So basically every time you have a bump, you have a line on the inside kind of following that shape. Like so. Like so. And I'm just going to shrink my line down a touch, just for those little detail bits that I want. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1, 1. And I'll leave those back ones, I think. So I'm going to turn off the sketching now, so you can see how it looks with all the line work. Now I've got my line work set to reference, so if you click on it, click reference. And what it's going to do, now when we select the selection tool that I've got highlighted at the top left hand corner, and where it's got automatic down the bottom, now anywhere I select on here, it's going to select just in that area. So to start with, you'll see I'm going to select this part. So now I'm going to go paint. I like to use the spray paint tool for shading. You can use whichever one you want to. It just gives like a nice kind of grainy effect, which I like for old school. Now inside flower bits here, I'm going to go really black on those parts. Yeah. Those inside parts of the waves, I'm going to have black coming from the top of them. And fading that downwards, just like so. Going to select the ship now. Going to have black fading out that way. And coming in pretty harsh from that side to about there. Or should I just go all the way? Yeah, let's go further. Yeah, I quite like that. Let's make it nice and bold. A little bit of black just there on that banner bit. Ooh. going to go into the cells. Now there's quite a few ways you can shade the cells in. Some people like black from the bottom. Some people like black down from the top. Some people like black from the top and the bottom. Some people like just kind of like one sort of corner or so. It's really up to you. I'm going to go top and a tiny bit of bottom. And do this for each one of these cells. These back ones here, I'm just going to do shades from the top down, I think. And I might do a little shade on the inside bit. Just to show that they're following through. Right, now I'm going to select these inside part of the cells just here. I think I'm just going to get a bit of black just coming across that way. There we go, like that. A little bit of black on that bottom part just there. Now for this one I'm going to have black coming quite hard from the side just there. Like so. Okay, I'm going to have those ones in green. Don't want any shade in the cloud. I'm not sure. Let me have a look. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this bit or not. I'm going to have a quick have a look. So look, sometimes I quite like a bit of black just around the outside. It just kind of seals it in. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to go for that. I suppose that's the one advantage of digital, you know, if you get an idea like that, you can do it, and if you don't like it, you can just double tap and it goes away. You know, boom, gone, 3 taps back. You know, it's the major advantage of digital. But it's good though, because it gets you to do stuff you wouldn't normally do. So now we're going to go to colour. So I'm going to select these here, because I want these in red. So I'm going to get red in the middle and just kind of fading out like that. These two, I want this dark green. Should I go this kind of shading? Yeah, I quite like that. I'm going to do that sort of shade from the bottom that way. I normally just do it across, but I'm switching it up. And I'm going to select this kind of sort of brownie one. Just for that. I'm just selecting all these ether bits. Brown from the top. Green from the bottom. Yeah, I like that. Now I'm going to select these parts here because I want these in yellow. A nice orangey yellow. Nice and strong. Those inside C bits. Got this nice kind of sort of like darkish kind of blue. Just one for that. Gonna select my caramel brown, that part of the ship just there. Then the background. Should I have any colour in the background? Yeah, I think I might have some colour. How's it look with the blue? Let's just look through some colours, see which ones work best. Oh, I quite like it, this colour. Yeah, I might go for like a bit of a caramelly kind of colour, like caramelly red. Like that. And now I'm going to go inking, studio pen, select my red again, and then just on each cell, red stripe, up the side ones in the middle. Like so. Like so. Like so. And try one on here or not? Yeah, I put one on there, I quite like that. And lastly, because it's bugging me, I'm just going to rub out a bit of flag. Now to the colour again, and I'm going to have my flag colour in blue. Yeah, I think that'll do it for me. Turn off that drawing assist so you can see nice and clearly. That is how to draw an old school ship, people. I hope you like it. Comment, like, subscribe. Check out my videos. I'm the Broken Puppet, and I will see you next time. Peace.